Hey guys, this is Tuesday with DNB Academy, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I usually go about making a Neuro bass on Serum 2. So without further ado, let's get into the program. Before we get started, I want to show you guys a kind of similar bass that we're going to be making today in this video. Interesting type of sounds in here, and all thanks to Serum 2. So let's go ahead and go into all these patches here, and then I'm going to be showing you how I made them. So I'm going to be using the new Serum wavetable that's under the digital one. It's called Subby Roller. So we go into the S2 tables here, analog, sorry, it's under the Subby Roller tab here. And then I'm FMing a sine wave with the 7th kind of harmonic here. Just boost it up there, and I have the level at 0, and then I'm introducing it through phase distortion, PD, as we used to call it FM in Serum 1, but it's actually PD, and now we're actually doing this from B, and that's what kind of generated this type of aggressive sound here. So wobble, and I've got LFO 2 basically modulating the LFO 1. And just kind of making that kind of like talking bass, right? So in the FX, I'm distorting it just with a little bit of a tube here, the drive around 48%, and then I have an equalizer with the LFO moving the gain of the high shelf, and that's what's giving it that character. Then I have an OTT, kind of just a pump there, and then after the OTT, I'm actually splitting it, so I'm using the splitter here. And I am distorting highs a little bit more with the tube distortion, just to get a little bit more brightness on that one shot, a little bit more bite. And yeah, so it's pretty simple. So basically all depending on that new wavetable, which I am really enjoying, by the way, from Serum 2. So the next bass is kind of a play on that first one. Got a lot of reverb, and it's actually kind of similar. All I'm doing here is just playing with the rate of LFO 1, and I'm also introducing some delay in that LFO. Alright, so that's what's different from the first patch, but it's actually the same wavetable, and all I'm doing is playing around with LFO speed on either of these LFOs. And that on the FX of just remove the distortion just so it's not as intense as that main one shot. As you can see, the little texture on that high end of the one shot is a bit different from that response bass. And last but not least is this fill bass that I've created here, where I've actually introduced a new LFO on the cutoff of the filter, and I brought the cutoff all the way down. But what's giving it that movement is actually automation on the LFO here. So basically I'm automating the LFO rate of all of these LFOs, so they're either going down or going up gradually. And the LFO 4 is starting around 5.5 Hertz and then ends around 7.9, so that filter kind of speeds up. It generates this kind of resonant peak, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and start one of these basses from scratch, and I'll show you guys how I got to that. And then I've just layered some 808s in triplets under them, just to get that little groove going. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn this off and just listen to the drums. and we'll create a new bass patch on a new Serum 2, so you guys can see my process behind this. So let's go ahead and open a new instance of Serum 2 here. And let's go ahead and find the wavetable that I was using. So this was the subby roller wavetable, and already it's quite a pleasant wavetable, just as a sub really. But what I was doing is putting the LFO1 on the wavetable position. That way I have a little bit of movement on the harmonics there. And then I'm going to turn on oscillator B, go to sine wave, and then just put a 7th harmonic up right here. Bring the level all the way down, and then introduce oscillator B through phase distortion. Nice. So after I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the noise as well, and we'll turn on the filter. Make sure it's affecting oscillator A and B. Put that on the cutoff. Go to the drive. Put it in clean mode, and we're going to put the LFO1 on the noise as well. Make sure that we're choosing the white noise and filtering that out, and also putting some stereo in there. Let's go ahead and distort it, and we're already getting that overtone in mid kind of texture that we're aiming for. So after that, we're going to go ahead and put the equalizer on and put the LFO on the gain here of this high shelf. Nice. And we're also going to turn on an OTT. Go on to factory here, OTT, and then bring the threshold down. We're going to bring the high band down a little bit as well. Turn up the gain. We're also going to put a V-clip on the channel so it's not clipping, and it is getting hard clipped. So my clipper of choice is the V-clip, and I'm just going to bring this down and then go back into Serum and start shaping my bass. So let's go ahead and go into the cutoff filter here, and make sure that we're choosing one of the new filters as well. I like the MG ladder. It's got really good clear kind of cut. So what we can do here is actually start looping it back. If we want, we can play around with the rends. Can start generating some ideas that way. Can also turn on the hertz option. Can also play around with octaves here. We can also turn off the random phase and just choose the spot here, so that every time that we press a key it sounds the same. Turn on another filter and play around with that so that it is filtering everything again. writing some MIDI notes in and start making some variations with those sounds. We'll just change the rate of this other bass here. So we already have that first call there, and then we're going to work on the response now. So let's just increase this rate or decrease it. Do the same thing now again. Just duplicate it, change the rate. Just the easiest way to get to, the call and response going and get the imagination kind of running. Some more distortion here. Maybe put the overdrive option on and stack that a couple times. Well, let's make sure that we're splitting it first and we're applying that to the high end. Also apply a little bit of reverb here, maybe some convolve. Let's put a little short one. And add some actual reverb now. And that's the cool thing about having it split here, that we're only affecting, that high layer. Let's go ahead and post-process this one a little bit more. Add that splitter again. Go ahead and add some distortion on that splitter. You can even put the overdrive on this one as well. Also play with the pitch bend on here, maybe that will work. But for now, I think I'm just going to keep it here and play around with a little bit of the first one. Alright, so as you can see, just by shaping it here, we're able to even more emphasize the call and response and make each of these sounds a little bit more interesting and different from one another. That's my method for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, if you're interested in learning techniques like this and more, feel free to go on to our website at dnbacademy.net, where you can learn more about our mentorships and get lessons with myself along with other talented producers that work with us. So apart from that, hope you guys liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified for our next uploads. Again, this is your Tuesday with DNB Academy, and thanks for watching.